Hi, it's Todd here from Todd's Workshop and Todd Cutler, and I have got my ancient Byzantine Greek fire grenade. So I bought this at an auction. It wasn't very much. I think it was like about £60 or something. So I don't know, $80, €80. But the thing about it, Greek fire really, really intrigues me. It intrigues so many people, partly because we know so little about it. Although I'm sort of doing a bit of research at the moment, finding out a bit more. Most of what we find out is that we don't know very much about it. However, let's just take a closer look at this, because I think there's something very wrong with this. I don't think this is a Greek fire grenade at all. So what you want with a Greek fire grenade is something perhaps like these ones that I saw in Syracuse. Now, these grenades in Syracuse, they were listed as hand grenades, explosive grenades. I don't think they are. And I don't think they are because the shell on them is quite thin. It's quite vulnerable. It looks like it's got sort of fragmentation with the lumps and things. But I think those are actually stress raisers. I think the idea is that when that grenade lands, the little lumps and bumps pick up some stress, fracture the casing, and the contents come out. And part of the reason for that is that you can see from the ceramic way it's done that it's relatively thin and the opening hole at the top is relatively big. It's easy to fill it with liquids. Now let's have a look at this one here. You have got a very small hole at the top. You have, I can't tell you how thick this is, but it's got to be at least 15 millimeters thick. This is a massively strong vessel. It's heavy, it's weighty. You can just, it's like I can feel that mug is thin. This I know is thick. So this is a pressure vessel. And it's a pressure vessel because it's got a small exit hole and it's got thick walls. It's there to contain the pressure. And that's what you want when you have an explosive in it. If you put powder in this, gunpowder, this is going to be a fantastic fragmentation grenade. Big explosion, massive rate of burning of the powder because of the pressure, big chunky lumps of casing that are going to go flying around. The perfect early proto hand grenade. However, let's just change that thinking and think, right, okay, well, what if we put liquid in this? Well, first of all, it's really difficult to get the liquid in. So they need syringes or something to do that. It's probably very thick and gloopy, Greek fire. It's supposed to be very tacky and sticky. And of course, things get less sticky as they get hot. So as it goes in as a cold substance, it's probably very goopy indeed. Really difficult to get that in. The other thing is, when that lands, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it simply doesn't break. And a Greek fire, again, what you want is it to break and the contents to get spread out. So this is everything that a Greek fire pot should not be, and it is everything that an explosive grenade should be. So am I disappointed? Well, no, because, I spent my £60 on what I thought was a Greek fire grenade, but it's got me thinking and pondering, and it just lives on my desk there for the last 6 months, and I just look at it. And I've learned something. But the thing is, when you go and look at these things online, and I'll put up some listings online, obviously anonymising where they're from, but you find these all over because they were made in vast quantities over the Middle East and especially up into Byzantine area, because the Arabic nations also used inflammable grenades. But obviously it's specialised. Greek fire was the Eastern Roman Empire, so the Byzantine Empire, really. So you find lots and lots of them. And you find lots and lots of them on the auction market, but they are all listed early. So they look like this, and they're listed, I think, usually from like 8th or 9th century Greek fire grenades. If it's made for powder, it can't be. It's got to be 13th century onwards. So first of all, I'm going to say that all of the listings for these are incorrect, because just practically, I can tell you from my gut feeling, this is not a Greek fire grenade. It is a pressure container. It is an explosive hand grenade. So they've dated it wrong and they've labelled it wrong as what the object actually is. And I would put a lot of money on that. So tell me if you've got proof otherwise. Come back. I want to learn, But that is my takeaway from this object here. A fantastic way to spend £60. Fantastic little bit of education for me. But it is not the object that I think most people think it probably is. And not the object it was sold as. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. And of course, we've got lots and lots of sort of bigger production films, bigger production values on the main Todd's Workshop channel. And again, we have our website. So if you like this kind of thing, if you like this content, if you're interested in medieval and historical weapons, go check out the websites. They are chock full of stuff that you are going to love. See ya.